this beautiful morning in Bemidji, having a conversation with our tribal leaders from the Red Lake and White Lake reservations. It's been a really revealing and heartbreaking conversation. We learned the ways in which treaty rights have been disregarded. We learned the ways in which intimidations and exploitation has taken place. We learned the ways in which the Line 3 pipeline will disrupt the livelihood and the future of the tribal communities that it will impact. Yesterday we had lots of conversations about what this pipeline will do to not only the Native communities of Minnesota, but to the rest of us who live on the Mississippi, whether you are in Minnesota or downstream. It is unconscionable for us to see zero action being taken by our governor and president in stopping this pipeline. We know that this pipeline is going to impact 1,000 acres of water. It will touch 211 bodies of water. The kind of catastrophe that awaits us is avoidable. It is easy, I think, oftentimes for government to come back and apologize and find ways to do right by communities it harms. But it's more challenging for government to do the right thing in listening to these communities when they tell them the possibility of something going wrong and prevent that from happening in the first place. None of our communities who have been engaged in this battle want to come back and say, I told you so, after the spills take place and our water is polluted and the number of people who get cancer and get sick from it increases. A lot of people have said time has run out, that this pipeline is 90% finished. But the resilient water protectors and the Native tribes that have welcomed us into their spaces tell us time never runs out on fighting for what is right. They tell us about the generational fight that they have engaged with the US government to understand that treaties are the supreme law of the land and that their sovereignty needs to be protected. And that for many of us, we say water is life, but for them, that is a spiritual belief. They are of the water, and they live on this land because of the water. And so I feel obligated to honor their life and sacrifice. And I also feel honored to be joined by colleagues who understand that not only is water life, but that Native sovereignty is important, and that we, as elected officials, have a constitutional obligation to protect treaty rights. And so I want to welcome some of my colleagues who have traveled from across the country to be in community with our siblings. I will start with Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley from Massachusetts.